Aloha! You are listening to Inside the Desert Oasis Room, episode number 245.
This podcast is sponsored by Frogtown Brewery. Tell them the Desert Oasis Room sent you and get your first pint on us. Limitations apply. For more information, go to frogtownbrewery.com and follow them on social media at Frogtown Brewery.
On this episode, we chat with glamour photographer Susana Vestige about her new book, 20 Years of Modern Pinup. Learn how this 20-year project transpired and how to get yours at a discounted price.
As always, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did bringing it to you. If you'd like to follow our adventures, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PolynesianPop, where we chronicle events, bars, travel spots, cocktail tutorials, and more. And if you enjoy this podcast, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/PolynesianPop, where membership grants you early access to podcasts and videos, front-of-the-line privileges to new merch releases, as well as exclusive content, meetups, and screen credits.
Alrighty, let's get into this. Grab yourself a cocktail and join us inside the Desert Oasis Room. Give it up for my friend, Susana Vestige.
Inside the Desert Oasis Room.
What's happening, party people, and welcome back to another episode of Inside the Desert Oasis Room. As you can see, we have a special guest with us today, Susana Vestige from Susana Vestige Photography, and she's here to talk about her new book. Congratulations!
Thank you.
I love it, I love it. So this is a book 20 years in the making.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
So it's a culmination of my life's work so far.
Wow. Did you plan on doing that? Or was that something that over the years you thought, you know, I have all this stuff that I want to document it?
Well, when I started doing pinup photography, I was fortunate enough to connect with amazing models like Bernie Dexter, Dana Deluxe, Davina Kelly, Masumi Max, and Heidi Van Horn, and all those girls that kind of started the whole renaissance of the modern pinup style. And in addition, I was welcomed into the tiki community.
Yeah.
And I was able to shoot out a lot of home bars, commercial bars. So the book has like a really fantastic tiki section with home and commercial bar recipes. Wonk Press is the group that put out the book, and they're well known for their
they're making their way into the community, publishing books on tiki and cocktails and other things that our subculture enjoys. And I've been fortunate enough to be on Susana's list for shoots and have had people shoot here before. I think there's one day that you brought in almost a half dozen girls. We had an interesting day, and we got a lot of photos and stuff, and
and they're in there.
And they're in the book. I've seen a preview of what's in there, so yeah, excited about that. So while we talk, thought it'd be fun. We're gonna make a cocktail. The cocktail that we're gonna make is kind of the house drink. I call it the Desert Oasis Room Blood Punch, and you'll see why it's called a blood punch after we make the drink. The recipe for that is in the book. So if you guys want to make that drink, pick up the book. Is the book already out there for purchase?
As of today, we are shipping. Domestically, you get free shipping. So if you're in the United States, you get free shipping.
Okay.
And if you're international, you can still get the book, but the shipping's a little bit higher.
Sure.
But it's still a great investment. It's over 1,000 images, half a dozen cocktail recipes, and lots of cool inspiration for your home tiki bar.
Love it. Okay, so I'm excited. Let's start making this cocktail. Tell me about the process of making this book.
So thanks to Wonk Press, they really made the process easy. The hardest part is finding someone who's interested in your book. And as an artist, you often think, who cares about my art? But this community involves so many people that I think there's something for everybody. So from, 1950s pinups with hot rods to tiki bars, and there's just a wide variety. There's tattooed girls, there's gothic girls, there's awesome fashion, vintage fashion. So once you have a collection this size of images, I think that there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Now, was there stuff that you wanted to include that you just couldn't include?
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're going to tell you to make it like a certain size, right?
Yeah, I sent them over 3,000 images, and so
wow.
they had a tough kind of culling process themselves. Yeah, you want to include everything, but you can't.
Absolutely.
But I think that we hit a lot of the main kind of points that we wanted to. There's a section in there with talking about the subculture, talking about kind of what it means to be a pinup who loves tiki, and who is kind of there's storylines where there's people who were really the pioneers for different parts. Okay. And I know that there's like already tiki books out there, there's burlesque books, there's books on people who've made this subculture possible, but we try to do just like little points just to kind of highlight, especially for people who maybe aren't as familiar.
Here's what I think is different about yours, though. You are really active in the tiki community, and so we know who you are. And so a lot of those other books, and I'm not taking away from those other books, but they're very specific to that subculture, which someone like me is not familiar with. So I'm not going to relate maybe to that as much as I would relate to yours, because I see you all the time, right? And you're my friend, and I know your work, and I know the people that you work with, and people that are in the book that you've worked with. And so that's the one that I'm going to gravitate towards. So
thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to make this cocktail real quick, real fast. This is in the book. I'm going to do a simplified version. 1 part of your tart. In this case, I'm using half lime and half lemon. 1 part of your sweet. And this is what I use for the blood punch. It's the Jonathan English Fashionola from San Diego.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and to me, it's the key ingredient of the drink, right? So I'm going to put just a little bit more because I really want that to pop. And then, of course, we are going to use Tanduay rum in this one. So
we love Tanduay.
We love Tanduay, right?
Tanduay is actually going to be our sponsor for a book release event that we're doing in August, on Thursday, August 7th.
Oh, I love it.
And so they're sponsoring. Doc Parks will be there at the Cordova Bar. And we'll be there from 10 to 12 on that Thursday with the Queen of Burlesque and Miss Exotic World, Jezebel Thunder, performing, as well as Wild Tiger Woman, San Diego's own.
Oh, how fun.
And we're going to have autographs. Mr. Tiki Oasis will be there. Doc Parks, of course, making special drinks. He's going to do a little menu for that event.
We'll put all the information in the description so that you guys can put that in your calendars. So I plan to be there. Looking forward to that event. That sounds like fun. All right, so we've got all of our ingredients in there. And I don't normally shake this drink. Normally I put this in a drink mixer. Although you can shake it if you like. But this is how we get a really frothy drink.
That reminds me of that spot in San Francisco.
Wow, which one?
Where they do their special Mai Tai in Chinatown.
Oh yeah, the Lipo Lounge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so with the beauty of this drink is, all these tiki cocktails call for crushed ice. You could use crushed ice, or you could use, I call this ghetto supermarket ice. This is my ghetto grocery store ice. You can strain
make it accessible to the people.
Right? You can strain it, or you can dirty dump it. And then I like to do some fun stuff with these. So since we have a green, we're going to do some fun stuff here. So look at those. There's just some fun things that people use in a costume. And
zhuzh it up.
Yeah, and I just thought, what else do we have here? We have, I'm going to lean over here behind you, and I'm going to grab some cool little eyeballs. All right, so We're going to put those in the shell just to like for some visual impact. No pun intended. So we're going to do that. And then let's put in a little bit of mint for the fragrance so that you can smell some of this nice mint while you're enjoying the cocktail. I love that. Smells really good. And you can garnish this however you like. You know, I mean, there's no rules. Have fun. You know, the star is the drink, so not the garnish. But these days, everything's Instagrammable, right? You got to make it Instagrammable. And like I'm saying this to a photographer, like she doesn't know, right?
You gotta you taste it with your eyes first.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. All right.
See the eyeball?
This is the eyeball. All right. Well, cheers. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good way to start the day.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So let's talk a little bit more about the book.
Yes, absolutely.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a textbook. It's so thick.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was our first conversation was how big do you want it to be? How heavy? I mean, it's heavy. It's not that heavy.
Yeah.
So you can throw it in your luggage. It's no big deal. But since there are different sections.
Okay.
I'll probably just share the section that your viewers will be most interested in.
Okay.
This is kind of the
Modern
intro
tiki.
page.
I love
Modern
it.
tiki.
I love it. Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away.
No, we want people to see the book in person.
But I do
and pick up their own copy.
Exactly. I do want to share the page with your recipe inside.
Okay.
So
there are a lot of cool recipes in there. There are also a lot of cool home bars.
Yes.
And I'm learning the stories a little bit behind some of these home bars, which I haven't gotten to see all these home bars. Yeah, that was a special day. That day we had, like I said, I think there was a half a dozen girls here. Yeah. And they each got their own photo session with you.
Yep. Yeah. We had, this is Brianna Ashley. She's a burlesque dancer who now resides in New York City.
Oh, she's in New York now. Okay.
Yeah, it's such a cool community, and I love that there's that parallel between the glamorous pinup and burlesque girls and tiki, and we get to enjoy beautiful spaces such as this one.
Yeah.
For me, I really love the communal aspect, so I wanted this to be kind of like a gift that I could give to everyone who's, donated their time, opened up their homes, opened up their businesses, and so.
And here's the thing. The book is not just a series of pinup girls. They're all shot in really cool spaces. Mm-hmm. So lots of home bars, lots of cool tiki bars. You'll see, I got a peek of some of the hot rods that some of the girls are posing in front of. So a lot of cool backdrops there. And it's just an awesome, feast for the eyes. Very visually forward. So yeah. Lots of good ones. Yeah. And there's a lot of glamorous photos in there too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that this is my copy, by the way. So, so I'm excited because I get one. So, yeah. So that's awesome. But do you have anything in the future planned?
Yeah. So this is the deluxe edition. It's available now at wonkpress.com. This edition is going to be the one that you're going to see most likely if you come to any of the events. We have an LA event because we had a copy that came out at the beginning, and that's that copy was a very short run that we did, an advanced copy for those that went to Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And so those copies are all sold out. So these copies are now the ones that are being mailed out, and the quality is really beautiful.
It is.
The back, I have a little baby doe quote. I want to share it.
Yeah.
Over the years, I have witnessed firsthand the wonderful way Susana empowers women to embrace their confidence, femininity, and playfulness. We may think of the beautiful pinup image as the goal of a photo session, but Susana's secret sauce is creating a full experience for her models that allows for an overall affirming encounter. So it's all about the people for me.
I love it.
It's all about the community And it's really beautiful to have something like that you can touch, that you can enjoy, you know, over a cocktail conversation. You can open it up and make a recipe out of it. And you can get people's autographs, kind of like a yearbook. So
I love it.
If you have your book and you see Adrian out and about, you can get an
Well,
autograph.
so now that you put that in my head, I'm gonna have to start carrying that around. So yeah, and I'm a little bit of a completist when it comes to that. It's gonna drive me crazy. I don't have everybody's signature in there.
You have to collect
So,
everyone's signatures.
But it could be a fun way to meet people. So,
Yeah.
because I don't know most of the people that are in there.
It's a cool way to connect with everybody because you kind of have something in common. You're together in this project through different communities and subcultures.
Yeah.
But we're all
I love
connected.
it. I love it.
If you're heading to Tiki Oasis, you can get your copy on Saturday at the author's signing. I'll be there with a dozen or more authors. I believe it's from 10 to 11 on Saturday during Tiki Oasis, and we'll be there. You can get some autographs. Hopefully, Adrian can stop by and sign a couple books.
I don't know if people want me to sign it, but hey, if you want me to sign it, I'll sign it. But it's just my room that's in there. I'm not in there. But
Yeah, your recipe's in there.
my recipe's in there.
Yeah?
Just
Home
what we're
bartender.
drinking right here. Yeah, so I will put all that information, everything that I can get from Susana for where to order the book.
Yeah.
Whatever events are coming up, we'll make sure to share all of that so
Yeah.
everybody out there can follow. And
Yeah, if you're too far to head to Oasis or it's not in the plans this year, you can go to wonkpress.com and you can use the code OASIS to get a little discount on your book.
oh, there you go. Get a discount. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you bringing that by. I appreciate you hanging out with us inside the Desert Oasis room. Always a treat to have you
For the
here.
drink.
Absolutely. And let's do a shoot again sometime.
Yeah,
And
I would
bring some
love
people
to.
over and we'll do another one, and then maybe those will make it into the next book.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to stay tuned for that. See if we sell out of these and we can do companion editions.
Yeah.
You can get a little bit creative and
That would be awesome.
and include more and more of all your home bars.
Yeah,
If you have a
yeah.
home bar, you can reach out to me and I can come visit you. I love to travel to shoot
Yeah,
bars
yeah.
and shop bars.
And she
all
does.
over
She
the world.
travels all over to make these shoots, and that's one of the things that you're going to see on here. You're not just going to see local bars. You're going to see bars from everywhere. But yeah, open door policy for you whenever you want to shoot here.
Thank
just
you.
I'm a phone call or a text away.
Amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Well, congratulations again, and again, we're gonna put everything in the comments, and go out and check it out. And I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much.
All right, cheers, everybody. Cheers
Cheers.
to Susana.
Cheers.
All right.